So, with academics such as Massarella downplaying the connections between Tokyo's Anjin-cho and Hemi and Anjin-zuka, does that mean it's no longer worth investigating any possible connections, past or present, between the former domain of Will Adams and the capital? Well, maybe, and maybe not. Will Adams and his shipmate, Jan Houston, spent time in Edo and even resided near the shogun's castle, long enough for neighbourhoods to be named after them. Ieyasu named after Jan Houston and Anjin-cho named after Adams. When Adams would come up from his domain at Hemi, he would stay in his townhouse right here, just next to the castle. A document from the Edo period says that Adams, or Anjin as he was known, lived in Nihonbashi, where he sold birds. But Jan Houston later died on a trading mission to Southeast Asia. And of course Adams and his family were lost to history. But do Adams' links to Edo continue into modern times and modern Tokyo? Possibly, because a family of costermongers in the capital have long claimed descent from Adams. This man, Mr. Nakajima, a greengrocer, is a cousin of the famous Japanese actresses, the late Kiki Kirin, her daughter Yayako Uchida, and her granddaughter Chiara Uchida. And he tells this story of their mutual ancestors, who he claims hailed from the Hemi area. Rows of cabbages growing on the hillside. Yum yum. Apparently their ancestors, a powerful warrior family from the Miura domains, decided to turn their swords into plowshares, gathered up as many fruit and vegetables as they could carry, waved goodbye to their former domains, and headed up the Tokaido Road for the capital to try and make their fortune in the fruit and veg business.
Oh, me life, I wanted to be a barber boy I've always wanted to be. I gets me living, I stick to it with pride. I'm a coster, for more than the land and side. I turn the back upon society, take me where the ripe bananas grow. So only a dozen of silly, that's how I get me living. I ought to be the barber boy years ago.
Mr. Nakajima says that his older relatives told him that their distant ancestors were not just of samurai stock, but were tall and fair. And for any landowners of Miura to cash in on the bounty from their domains would seem a good move. The peninsula has served as a market garden for Japan's eastern capitals since the earliest days of the ruling shoguns. Will Adams, a landowner, was reputed to have married into a merchant family from the capital, so perhaps it was they who set up the business of the harvests of Hemi and Miura being carried to Edo and sold there. And later, when, for whatever reason,
they lost possession of their domains in Miura, they fell back on their other source of income as barrow boys, costermongers in the capital.
All my life I wanted to be a